My Gavanen Melonin, and well met indeed. I'm Arachir Galajerth, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as the Adûnâim and our fight for what was survival and is now expansion, allied with Adûnâim, who many thought would fall, but no, they have not. They have stood strong, stood their ground, and are resilient and valiant allies.
My lord.
Our own campaign turns a little more to Isengard now as we rush to get to the White Mountains and shut Western Isengard down.
Yes, my lord.
Our current plan is to attack Captain Lagrad, who has fled to the edge of the forest there, and who will almost certainly flee again. What on earth just happened there?
Victory!
He did flee.
My lord, our courage and honor.
Oh, we massively outclass him.
Yes,
Goodness.
my lord.
I think we should probably merge these into
Your
a
orders, my
better
lord.
army.
Yes, my lord.
So take the best,
My lord.
chuck that all into Castamai's army. Merge those. We got 56 of them. That's right.
Your
That's as much
orders,
as we're going
my
to do.
lord. Yes, my lord.
And fight!
We shall engage.
No, because they'll just get them killed. We've got more than enough in this army to beat him, so we fight. We fight to win.
Muster your courage, men. We march into battle.
One thing that modding-wise, this is I might even pop a poll up, actually, because this question has been bandied around, and I've seen it on Total War Center, and I've suggested it on Total War Center, where it was met with both positive and negative thoughts, and that is the Trolls of the White Hand. I am staunchly against Trolls of the White Hand, and I would very much like to, and I've yet to discuss this with the team, but I would discuss it with the team after, of course, your thoughts. I would very much like to replace the Trolls of the White Hand with an Isengard version of the runic Naphtha throwers. So essentially, well, grenadiers or fire bomb throwers. I appreciate that. Well, to be honest, that's one of the things I don't consider to be too much of a stretch to the law for a strategy game like this. If someone were to write a book, for example, about Lord of the Rings, and it was sanctioned by the Tolkien estate, for example, and they included a much more gunpowdery themed Isengard, I think it would be met with utter disdain. But in a mod like this, where we've already, the mere existence of the mod has stretched the bounds of the lore, I don't think it is too much of a stretch. But the question, of course, is to you all. Would you be comfortable, or would you like, the Trolls of the White Hand for Isengard to be replaced with a late-game elite Uruk firebomb thrower? So they would be very, very elite. They would be one of Isengard's last additions. Now, my thinking for this is because, number one of the things that should set Isengard apart, like Gundabad, is that their units are actually relatively elite. Whereas, at the moment, they're not wholly elite. They are the best Uruks and the best Orcs, but obviously they're not like elite humans or elite elves or elite dwarves. Where's the enemy? Over there. We'll see what they do, but ideally we just want to move towards them. So at the minute, I feel like Isengard is cheapened by the fact that we've just given them Trolls as their late-game unit, because every Orc nation has Trolls as its late-game unit. And I think slapping it in some Isengard armor and saying that'll do is... I just really don't like it. Now, I know Hummingbird says we should never delete a unit for the sake of deleting it, because we've got the space. I mean, granted, we've only got like 5 or 6 spaces, and we often do delete a unit when we add a new unit, so that there's always some change. But we don't need to delete units willy-nilly. And so the argument there being, of course, that we've got the space anyway, so there's no point just deleting them because we don't... There's no point deleting them when it's a perfectly serviceable unit, is what I'm trying to say. But I would argue that we should delete it, because I don't think Isengard should have Trolls. I appreciate that Saruman is a Maya, and he is very powerful. Arguably, Sauron, Gandalf, and Saruman are the 3 most powerful beings. You could argue Glorfindel is in amongst that number, and maybe even Elrond at a stretch. But if you really boiled it down, and they actually all went full-on, Ilúvatar lifted any kind of don't get involved, or the Valar said do what you like, play exactly how you want to play, fight exactly how you want to fight. Saruman and Gandalf would be up there with Sauron in the most powerful beings. I think we could all agree. And so people do like the fact that Isengard have Trolls, because it reflects Saruman's ability to basically turn anything to his will, and shows his prowess, if you will, in that he's able to not only tame the Trolls, but also have them wear armor, whereas no others have managed that. So there's an argument for the trolls, but I just really think that trolls should be the other orc faction's thing. And that's their late game unit. Like the Misty Mountains are heavily dependent on their trolls. Angmar get their snow trolls. And of course, even Dol Guldur get trolls and Mordor get Olokai, and they represent their kind of late game infantry, if you will, whereas I don't think Isengard need it. But that is the question of the episode. Do you think Isengard need them? Or if Isengard were to lose trolls, would you be particularly upset? And would you be particularly upset given that you knew that they might lose the trolls, but they gain a bomb thrower? An elite Uruk bomb thrower. It'd probably look very similar to Berserkers with a bomb. But I would very much like to do that, and I'm eager to gauge the interest of you all, the players, the fans. So do let me know your thoughts on that subject. Now we should actually pay attention because this army is really quite needed, and we don't want to risk it. But at the minute we're not getting many kills because we're standing in the forest. So alright, run everyone up, pause it, charge them. Use our armor piercing to our advantage. Oh, they haven't actually got very many at all. We massively outnumber them. I've been playing it much too safe. Throw everyone at them. Flank around the sides. Go for it, boyos. There we are, our lines meet. And we still have units coming around the side. There's quite a lot of those Uruk-hai infantry, so we'll get you to flank in on them. Narduzagar. There's Uruk-hai pikemen. That's the target, please. If you tell them all to fire as a group, they just shoot at random things. It's very annoying.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
You guys go and get ready to flank. Crossbows are moving up. Yes, they're shooting the pikes. Perfect. As I say, I'm really for getting rid of the trolls. That's a key thing I would like to do, is remove them. So I'm eager to get your thoughts, see what you think. From the Gundabad overview as well, I very mistakenly, not Gundabad, Khazad-dûm overview, I very foolishly said that the Obsidian Guard were not part of Khazad-dûm's roster, and that's because in my mind I was thinking of what the purpose of the Obsidian Guard actually was. And that is, of course, the reward for Ered Luin if they take the rings. They are meant to be the evil dwarves, or the free dwarves is probably how they'd see themselves. And I was getting my wires all mixed up as well with that. So, yes, of course, Khazad-dûm do get Obsidian Guard. And they get them in the same place as everyone else does at the moment, which is Barad-dûr, Dol Guldur, Kharndûm, Isengard, I think. Basically all the evil places. So that was the only thing from that. But otherwise, we're still just plugging along in the modding world behind the scenes. RK is whipping up more and more delights every day. It is absolutely wonderful to have not only a dedicated strategy map creator in the Elite Dwarf, but to also have a dedicated battle map creator. It means that we can do wonders.
Only half the enemy force remains.
And some of the things that are being created are very, very nice. And watch this space as well for a new and improved version of... There's thinking at the moment, I suppose it's not going to be a surprise because RK will show pictures of it, but at the moment there's a suggestion from RK, and it's gained favour with the team as well, that Tharbad will be returned to a single settlement that can then be upgraded by the Northern Dúnedain, and the freed up space would then allow the Northern Dúnedain to upgrade Anúminas, because there has been a lot of support for upgrading Anúminas, and so that will finally become an option. And so, as I say, only one of the Tharbads, I'm not sure how we're going to play it yet, how it's actually going to appear on the map, but one of the Tharbads will, the one that's on the western bank, or the northern bank, or the western bank, either one, that one will just move slightly closer towards Bree and will be called something else, we'll just give it a random name. And the other one will stay where it is and remain Tharbad. And the battle map, RK has some plans. We haven't gone beyond just discussing the idea at the moment, but it's certainly gaining traction and gaining ground. So Oh, look, those buggers came back in. We've done really well here. 6%, and we've killed almost all of them. And look, those pikes are down to practically nothing. Pikes just fight on forever. They're so tenacious. And it's over. 168. 788. 106 Azrazir savages. I'm in a particularly good mood this Monday evening because I've just returned from playing football and I did damned well today. Damned well. Granted, we drew 3-3. It was 6-aside, but I kept out so many goals. So many goals. For someone who's 6'2", I constantly get told, I say constantly, I've been told 4 times in my footballing career that I can get down to the corners much quicker than you might think looking at me. Which is always a nice little compliment when you're playing as a keeper. The problem with my keeping, though, is my distribution is terrible. So I'm an excellent shot stopper, if I do say so myself. And a very safe pair of hands. Excellent all-round shot stopping potential, but my distribution is abysmal. And it was always my weakest aspect. My goal kicks just go anywhere, basically. It's a kick it into the wind and hope that someone on my team gets it. That's the kind of level.
Your orders, my lord.
So I need to improve that. Right, where do we head now? North and take Barad-Vin, bordering Dunland, risking their ire, or south? No, we shouldn't go south, because Castle Good Hope's got its own army. But then Lunlug is there, and we're going to need everything to stop him.
Yes, my lord.
I think we should go south.
Your orders, my lord.
The Alkford army is strong enough to hold there for a time. Dunland won't be able to get through there.
Come and get me.
Captain Manachan has got to get through some Narduzagar and Nardu Tariq, who are both very adept. Oh, let me get some more units there, might as well. Building roads, that's nice, that's nice. Oh, we've got an army. Here, yeah. Oh, we've got to end the turn there. Of course, we're training the pikemen, aren't we? Yes, they've got a turn to go. And that army's going to go back and take Argond and then swing over and take Royal Tharbad. So there we are. Royal Tharbad will move up here somewhere probably. And then Tharbad will be Tharbad. But I'm not sure, as I say, how we're going to play it. And indeed, if it moves so that it becomes kind of at the head, and then, because the battle map will contain a bridge, RK assures me.
Continuing tomorrow.
But I'm not, there's no logistics laid out. It's just to give you an idea of what we're doing behind the scenes, really. But I think we're at an end turn, other than to move him south.
To battle.
Try and give Isengard,
No further, my lord.
as I say, something to think about.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
I will take a unit of sellswords over a unit of... a full unit of sellswords. Very nice. But end the turn. I don't know what to do video-wise this week either. I was hoping to do a developer diary, but then I ended up... I'm very ashamed. I was hoping to do modding on Saturday. I was going to London and then we didn't go to London, and I was going to do some modding and I didn't. I ended up playing City Skylines from, I'm ashamed to admit, the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep at 3 a.m. And so I did no modding. And the developer diaries, I'm always spurred on to do them after I've done work because I know exactly what I can talk about then, and then I can pull together other modders' works easier.
We need to fall back.
So I can't do that. So it'll either be 2 Adûnâim or 2 Gundabad, probably. I hope that's okay, everyone. Look, these buggers are going to get massacred. Oh, he lost an awful lot in claiming their lives.
It's no use. We need to fall back.
Oh, that was a good... Yes, the Misty Mountains have finally attacked us. I think we should just kill them, to be honest, and then we just not got the threat of them being near us. They've yet to fight against us. It'll be the first battle between the goblins and the men of Númenor, and we will show them how unbelievably outclassed they are. So I think we will attack before his reinforcements get to him. But first of all, we've... oh, yes, please. We've got to support our brothers in Siduri. So we'll do that. Oh, Alkford's not very happy with us. Ballaster Towers. You can't get Ballaster Towers. Oh, we can get trade routes here. Oh, cool. No, what we need to do, because we've just built the conscription camp. Oh, we could get barracks, I suppose, actually. Yeah, go on, get the barracks. And then upgrade our culture. You guys are just going to have to defend there.
Orders, my lord.
You're on the way from misery to happiness today. Ah, there he is. No, that's the crud. Oh, there he is. Christ. Yes. Run away! It's only a model.
Yes,
go around him and lure him to
We
battle.
shall prevail.
So we branch
Yes.
out. And our army's ready. Yes. Who are we leaving behind? Those rubbish footmen.
Yes. Making your will, my lord. Yes.
Take those. That's
Your
a
orders,
nice little
my
army there. And then finally Mitchell
Yes, my
delving.
lord.
What's the garrison here like?
Honor. We shall.
Oh, we can attack
engage.
straight away. Oh, we've got a ballista, of
We
course.
shall prevail.
Oh my word. Hobbit defense or what? Let's do it. Let's massacre the buggers. We've had many a battle and many a fight and many an episode named after our brutal destruction of the hobbits. So why stop now? Apologies if you can hear me sipping. But we must stay hydrated. Alright, let's do it. Mitchell delving. Fortunately, just as a standard. Although that's actually rather fitting for Mitchell delving, I suppose, because it is the Hobbit's largest town. But we're going to take down the gate. Watch sheriffs. It was all watch sheriffs, wasn't it? And they're all they're stone throwers, aren't they? We are the heirs of Numenor. Right, move these up so they're much more effective. We'll endure their hits. Everybody move forward. You guys come up and get ready. You're going to be busting through. We'll just have to take the attacks from the walls. They're not very good, as we know, because we've made them better. Right, time 6. We have got to watch out, though, of course. Watch sheriffs are armor-piercing, even if they do only do one attack. Of course, in future versions, the hobbits have been merged together. And hobbitry in arms and watch sheriffs are now the same unit. So they have the hobbitry in arms weapon, and they throw stones. And the Bandubrus archers have been merged with the Shire militia. Right, we're in position. Bring it down. Throw everything you have at those doors. Oh, don't bother with that. Now, good luck, everyone. Kill what can be killed. We're gonna bust in. Kill these bloody hobbits. They're not doing very well, are they? Goodness. Come on. Why are those ones not firing? They're looking at it. Ugh. We will get through, but gods above, are we going to have to wait a while? At least we're getting some kills with the crossbows while we do it, though. But they've got a lot of their army back in the town square. Oh, only a few units. I don't know, I said a lot. Who's over here? Ah, there's the Bandubrus archers. Bandubrus archers! I like their hats. I mean, I'd never wear it, but I think it looks good on them. If I was the Bandubrus archers' friend, I'd be complimenting them on their hat choice, but I'd never wear it myself. I need you to carry on firing, please, because if you stop firing now, this whole thing is all for naught. If you can move, you can shoot. Is it because these are in the way? And you don't want to shoot them? Yes, it is. We're almost there. Oh, they've opened the gate themselves.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
They ran away the minute they met us.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today.
I'm really not bothered if this
Enemy's
army
walls
suffers
belong to
losses.
us now.
As soon as it's beaten these hobbits, it's going back to Adûnâim to replenish and prepare to take Fornost.
That'll teach him to ride to war on a pony.
They're really not very good, these watch sheriffs, are they? Although they're killing a lot of us. I say they're not very good. Right, run them away. They're done. You guys come out of spear wall now. Shield wall, sorry. And you... What is the button? Oh. To the square, men. Give them all you have. I like the Adûnâim because of the uniformity. From their lowliest Belagar units, or whatever they're called in the next one, Rosadan, all the way up to their elites, they all have that nice dark grey, brown and red theme, and it just makes the whole army look very professional. But then equally, I really like Bree's shambolic and mismatched like People's Defenders look that they have going on, so bit of both, really.
Only half the enemy force remains.
All those Banderas archers were trying to sneak past and they were just getting killed as they went. I probably, in all honesty, should have stopped recording this because this is such a routine battle. And this is taken... Oh, we just lost all the Ballister crew because I forgot to run them away. Whoops. Well, you men are on your own now, so you've got to win. Oh, and they're getting hailed with stone fire. Push through these buggers, get to them. Got some men turning around, facing the other way.
Like this, we will smash the enemy.
You guys both go the other way. You guys move forward. Try and move through the ranks and kill them. What sheriffs should be terrible when they finish with their burst stones? They have like 1 attack damage. Go on, keep pressing them that way. You guys hold those off.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
There's nothing beyond, save for the wonderful banners of the Northern Adûnâim. If I do say so myself. I've noticed on Reforged, or I saw on Reforged in their multiplayer battles, that they've made alleyways like this maneuverable. So it makes it feel like the whole map is as deadly as can be, so the enemy could come from anywhere. And whilst that works in multiplayer, the AI would not have a clue. And not only would they not have a clue, so A, you would be able to use something that the AI can't, which is a huge advantage for a human player, and we try to avoid that wherever possible. Hence the reason why stakes have been taken out of the game, because the AI cannot use them. But not only that, the AI would just not actually know how to handle the battle map. They're not very good unless it's a really straightforward, here's the square, these are the 4, 5, maybe 6 ways to it. Anything above that and they flounder and their performances are terrible.
The battle is very much in
So
our favor.
I'm sure it looks wonderful and it works perfectly in multiplayer, but it would work terribly in normal player. Single player is probably a better word. Well, we've won. Michel Delving has fallen and its Hobbit defenders will die along with the scum that they defend. The Northern Adûnâim will be wiped from the face of the earth, and I hope the dwarves of Adûnâim don't mind. But they backstabbed us and attacked us when we gave them an olive branch, and they set it on fire and smacked us in the legs with it.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
We just need to turn around and give them a right fist to the...
How we awed by the victory we have won here today.
We've won, and they have killed so many more than was necessary because I didn't wait to take siege equipment with me. Also, I have no desires to hold Michel Delving. I'm just going to give it to Adûnâim. I'm not interested in it at all. I want Fornost. I'm going to hold that, but I don't want Michel Delving. No, thank you. We get to upgrade Fornost, actually. It's one of the places we can. Oh, the image on the screen, I would guess, is probably a man of Harad. But, I mean, that's just going on the relatively barbaric-y theme and the red colouring.
Glory, honour, victory!
Oh, you've got a Rangers Guild. Nope. Nope. Oh, the dwarves. No, what do I care? Pour it out for the money. Where's my diplomat? Who is our diplomat? Zagarakor. He's in the... Oh, he's bloody miles away. Oh, it's because I only use one, isn't it? I jump him around. Give it to Gondor. What about that? How long do you think Gondor would hold it before they fell? What's the 11% Adûnâim? They might be alright. But no, we're going to bring Zagarakor back. Look away if you really can't stand cheating. Oh, especially if you can't stand bad typing. Zagarakor 122387.
Your orders.
There we are. Send the army home.
Your orders, my lord.
You can't go anywhere.
My lord.
Aye, my friend.
Map
What
info,
can we
map
do for
info. Make... No, I don't want to do that. I want to give you Michel Derving. And that's it, really. I don't need anything from you. Oh, you can give me military access. How about that? And I'll give you some money. Because you're very poor. Have 10 grand. No. Of course they don't want that. Stupid morons. I mean, it doesn't matter. They can't attack me, so... I can walk through their lands as much as I want, and they can hate it as much as they want, but nothing will happen.
Pleasure, noble sire.
Yes, my lord.
But it's just better to have be on better terms, isn't it? Right, why didn't we send the diplomat over to spy on Fornos then, and send you out into the wilderness, into the wild, see what you can find out. Oh, Athelin is a dwarven town. There we are. We've got scouts in position on the Eredluin's main town, so that we won't be caught short. We're besieging Londangren, and our army... Ah, that's what we're going to do, is we're not going to leave them all there. 34 of you. The town's going to hate us, but...
My lord.
Leave that lot behind. And oh, we can't do it. Who's stopping us?
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
There we are. Go and stand on that bridge. And you'll just have to go over and join when you can. That'll like us a bit more shortly when the castle builds, the stronghold. They will like us more in a short while, is better wording. Let's get another diplomat so we're not jumping Zagarakor around all the time. And otherwise, I obviously want to attack the Misty Mountains, but I am also, apologies, but conscious of the time.
As you wish.
Ah, those people in that fort. Where should we send you? Could send you north as well, actually. You could merge in Anúminas, but then we can't train them in Anúminas. Oh, just get rid of them. I don't really want 4 generals in Anúminas. It's overkill, isn't it? Or 5 if you include him.
Orders, my lord.
No, that's way too many. How many generals are leading that army? 2. There's generals everywhere. Go with them, though. Or go back to Anagamaite for now, and we'll retrain you, and you might be able to get some troops out of it. Build the last few things there, because we've got the money. Let's just make sure everything is building something. Oh, Harlond. Oh, yes, please. Trade routes. The enemy is attacking our trade routes. Everyone should know what that is from. Oh, we can upgrade Forlon, and we didn't even notice. Kalatar's stand is about to finish its Master Mason tool, so we'll build something next time. Otherwise, we don't get the first building you build after the... Oh, I've said that many times. The Mason's Guild building, if it has a building in the queue after it, that building will not benefit from the reduced cost. So you have to clear the queue. Now, look at that army. We need to kill Akir down the Just.
I respect you, my enemy.
He's got such a good army still.
Your orders, my lord.
Right, Argon will fall shortly. We'll fight in Tharbad, and now it's just how quickly can Isengard muster their defense before we can rip through. We have only really got 2 armies, though. And this force here is really going to deplete us. But then, I'm not too fussed about the lands of the Druidine. Although, actually, taking that castle and that bridge battle is much better than having this one. Tharagrondost. So we do want Tharagrondost, and ideally we want Gund as well to cover the gap. And then we've got Isengard bang to rights. But of course, they've got all of this. I was really hoping that Gondor or Dol Amroth might step their game up, with Isengard keeping Mordor busy, and they might come out of the shadows, but no, they've done sort of. So anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode there. So as I say, there'll be 4 episodes this week, I imagine, but who knows what they're going to be. It's anyone's guess. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've thoroughly enjoyed recording and playing this episode, and until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedimad Melunin, and farewell.